simali pirata mulungu amene mumapasa tizindikira mulungu atata pamuzosa atata siku atata muli ndi cholinga atata poleta umalo onata lekani zizanyana lichite tati atata pali poza lekani kupwetika kulikoza atata mkati mwa iya atata muzima wanga atata lekani ino atata mkali ndino atata ochisa ikani nzero atata kumanase atata kuti chonse choteka atata atandizeni muzina la Yesu Kristo atata tiyamika ndi kusiyasa atata muzina la Yesu Kristo atata muzina la Yesu Kristo atata ni muzina la Yesu Kristo tisiya zonse atata amen.
Mwana pena chape wina naba pima mwana alepema fye wino adifye wino ero nomba naba pima naleba nayamba though ikaili ifyoro yamba it can even take overnight, sometimes a day can pass or two ikaili ero yambile fye kalipangono but if bapa kapo tiyama fast. After the night that I examined Grace, so I went home to catch up some rest. Around 23 hours, I heard a knock at my door. Two women were knocking. They said they brought a woman in labor. So I thought maybe it was Grace, not until they explained, no, it's just another woman who's come for labor. After examining, that's when I saw that this is a serious case. The fetal height was less than 100. The baby was in distress. So I had to call the ambulance, though due to network failure, the lines wouldn't go through. The head was delivered and the shoulders couldn't rotate. When the baby came out, it couldn't cry. When the baby aspirated meconium, there was no suction machine. There was only a penguin sucker which couldn't go deep and remove those secretions. I had to ambibag the baby, but without good effect, the baby died.
Ine zina yanga ndine Grace Chibilika. Inabadwa mchaka cha 1984. Kuno kwatu katowa ni kwa bwino. Ninda yoli mako ni ya bwino. Ina manyowa but although inango ilibe manyowa. Then kuli mitengo ya maguava, mango, fruits.
Ayali mami.
Kunkala kuno kumunsi chenchita enjoy. One ndiyo stigula. Ngati sinalime ine. Zamvira ati olobaneba batiola sausage, batiola vegetable repu. Olongani chiwa waenda watiolera bakupasa repu wabwera wapikira bana. Nina bana bokwanira 4. Mimba ina 7 months. Ninankala na mimba ya first nation na 17 years. Nation nalemba grade 7. So yenze chabe mistake nation pa school yenze damage. Sineze na kwatiwa yenze damage. Pele zelinika libonga na mimba ya first. Sineze zwa vilivonse. Kuti ngati mafunana na mwamuna nikuchita so sineze zwa vilivonse nenzo salirako. So chinankala chabe chintu chodabwisa kuti nanga mimba.
My name is Peter Akswenya. I'm 55 years old now. I'm a farmer. I normally grow maize, groundnuts, green beans, and some tomato. I'm married to Grace Chibilika, and I've stayed with my wife for now 16 years, and I have 4 children with her. The 5th is not yet born. Yes.
Ninapapira ku nyumba sinaende ku kliniki. Pene zenankhala na mwana ningambekhe ati mwana wa first. Pene nkhala mimba wa first. Bachi boy bezopezeka hapo. So benze kuyenda msanga kwasakira mankhwala aja. Ngati mimba yakwanisa 7 8 bezosakira mankhwala bakulu kuti umweko mankhwala maybe popapa musakavutike. So benze kupasa paka pa number 2 foot same one number 3 foot same one number 4 foot same.
To my first wife, I've got 5 children. They were supposed to be 8, but the 3 died at an early age of their ages. The first-born daughter was Memory. She had malaria. She died at the age of 4 years. When I lost my second-born, I almost lost my life because it pained me a lot. Friends came to advise me, to those other friends that also lost their children. Why should you lose your life just because of this what has happened to you? Then the third one, immediately she was delivered, she only stayed maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then the infant died. To experience death at that age, you see your friend playing with his baby. I only thought, why always on me when my friends are keeping their children? But I never took up my life. I didn't lose my faith because I know that death is there. What I only did was to get more advices how to keep my children, and that's what I'm still doing now.
Mu Zambia muno bambiwa ndomino mama afa popapa. So wakankhala bwino, that's why ndiye bamasenzesa wedija mwapusukeni chifukwa apulumukamo ma dangers yonse yameneza kufunika muchitina avoid pavili vonse. Baimvezo funika kuti ngamuchitikira. Kufaninga kuyo peka bifa ngati yabwera ngaitawe bwanji. Kulibe.
Simuisima kwanzekera. Charashit. Ndalama. Muzimai amene ali ndipa tupi. Aena kwanzekera pankani ya ndalama. Kuli marifero za makalako. Yakuti sikusiti za yembekeza ambulance. Ingati mulibe ndalama. Munga booking ya motoko. Simunga booking. So please, I beg, ivonse VTV, vinga kwani sika chabe ngati kuchokera ku nyumba, bonse muka pamozi, pamene bali kupita na kukunsizani baja bantu baja. Chitani so that time, chitani so.
Nishitebani.
Pamene mulira.
Uku nikwamene chikambirira, nikwamene kachitaso. Uku nichokosa chabati kachitaso. Nikachitaso. Ndiye kwamene kumbeka mutu. Aya, kumbeka matako.
Exactly.
Ni matako mutu nufu. Sudi hapa maungie mutu.
Sopona na ngoti. Sumcha kazi. Liba. Okay. Nakuza na ndo kamba plastic number 1. Ile nikafika chabe. Mafunza bati plastic likuti. Yaanza kama bed. Pa bed kama papira watu wambili. Bena wakala na matenda. Sio moza tu. Ndakufunza. Tuleza na kapeki. Tulikuti sasa tubiti. Utu. Magravs alikuti nifuna ushitani examine. Muni pesa sai? Yeah, for Katoa Clinic, there are about 4 professional staff working for maybe attending to the population of 10,061. A clinic officer, midwife, and a nurse. The other one is an EHT.
In labor ward, We need a lot of instruments. We need a resuscitator. In case the baby is born with asphyxia, you resuscitate a baby. We need a suction machine. We need catheters to empty the woman's bladder when they are in labor. We need sterilization machine. But for here, Katoba, we do not have those instruments. This building, it has solar lighting. So in the rain seasons, we have to use our phones for lighting. We learn to improvise, because when there are no things, at least you try to think instead of letting a woman to suffer.
This clinic is just for normal deliveries. Any complicated delivery, it has just to be referred.
If the nurse notices that something is gone wrong, then the nurse will call the hospital for an ambulance to go and pick the patient.
Okay, let me just call the ambulance then. Okay, we go. Okay. Let's be together. Let's go. Right now, we are responding to a call at Kanagachapa Rural Center, which is about 10 kilometers away from the main hospital. They are calling us for antepartum hemorrhage.
And they have to come to the hospital where there's facilities for theater, and so we'll then intervene by doing a cesarean section. So we have a big challenge because, we have 39 facilities being serviced by one ambulance, a population of close to 200,000 people. And these facilities are not concentrated in one place. To go into Katoba, which is one of our furthest facilities, it takes about 1 hour 30 minutes. We have this huge challenge. The nurse calls for an ambulance in facility X, which is 50 kilometers away, says this woman is bleeding, and then we have another nurse calling from another facility, says I have another one who has failed to deliver. So now we are left with a dilemma because you have to decide where do you go to pick the patient.
Chindipayirira ime chinga chava nanda vakaputa. I think mwamireza tandiko hiva mwamireza. Pali mimba ningafune kwenda ku clinic haikuja ungaganiza kaivonsa vanapapira kunyumba iyo ni secret ya Mulungu iyo. So it's better kwenda ku clinic kuliwo tandizira pamene kuja.
Quinze?
Responsable.
Responsable?
Kusifunya furisha.
Oh. Mapaingo atulifikayo.
Bande wa guys ni je kwa patient chu. Aya wa dipulisha posha.
Oh.
Ni mashirumbo. Mama.
Mama.
Ni yeba ndo kula banza kushiji kupreno kupura.
Mama kuri bande.
Mary, natulinza oti paka peni itawusika wali ananika. Lati ndiwandika nokando ta ngomambe prosavo wali.
has been booked.
Oh my God. The blues.
Don't bite him. Right here, on one side too. So munga pumule chapa. Pulani ni around mtoto yele kini na mandita na bora mbona. Hai.
Iwe, bora tuone. Tutagonye kulira kuli badadi bako iwe. Ala. Banyina. Anga wewe ndikubone mwanangu meso.
Ulaka polomo wanga indaiwa.
Munyina nola wamasusu.
Wasa wakasotaka.
Okay.
Apuye kipepe na kuyami kantao nutao. Sina kuzote siku ya leo mwana wanga za papa bwina. Mulungu wanga mungu chifuna.
Mauzi wa blaza tukabura nyu anko. Mkazi mla mai.
Yesu wangu ndende, osaba mbezo wangu. Yesu wangu ndende, osaba mbezo wangu. Yesu wangu ndende, tosekerera yesu wangu. Baishi mama lesale leke. Twalumbushuwa mwapusukeni. Ala. Chimbombo, baby girl.
Mami, ebe diyo video ku.
Huyu mwana zina yake ni Pamela Hutchison. Pamela anabadwa anapeza 3.5 kg. Kupapira kunyumba I think pabana bali 4 hours sawa. Yeze cheni mwai. Chifukwa palibe vilivyosi voipa veze kuchitika.
Para wandani pam.
Ata para wadadi wake wantu wanga.
Okay.
I think if I have a daughter who has completed school, maybe she goes up to college, she might become a president, she might become a minister, she might become a doctor.
Iwe yangana yawe. Beuli chibabu.
Huyu mwana mchito ameifula kuti akankale. Mbeta akankale ku teacher, mistress.
Do you plan to have more kids after this one?
No, I'm not planning. I think this will be the last kid.
Why do you think this is the last one?
There are enough that I have as at now.
Yeah.
So, mfuno gana mwana minangu?
Yes. So hapa manje pena ona film hapa. Yanikumbusha time yakalibo bado mwana.
Watching this film, I think is something that has brought me some memories. Nichitu chakuti chaniwamiza cause Pamela is 3 years 7 months. She is at a nursery school.
Ina kafika kuno, kuchoka hapo manje kafika katafika kuno kunyumba cha. Mwezi watimbira kuna kanyimbo wa teacher mklasi. Basamba kuimba.